Yeah, come in.
Hello, Mr. Ware. How are you today?
Fine, thanks, and you?
I'm alright, doing okay. How do you
That's
like
it?
Thank you, sir. How do you like that weather here in Miami?
Well,
Nice to have that breeze, right?
yeah, it's been hot for a while. This cold breeze is making things a little easier. How have you been?
I've been alright, enjoying the new weather.
That's
So,
cool.
did you receive the brochures and video that I sent you last week?
Yeah, let me close this here. I think, oh yeah, I have them here. Maybe you can explain me a bit again because I gave a quick look to it a couple of days ago.
Great, so you oversaw the cash register that we're selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to give you a pretty much a basic overview, it is the NCR SelfServe checkout, and pretty much it's a self-service cash register machine. You know, instead of having a cashier at every register, this is the one that the customers could come in by themselves and just check out items as they please. So it's, several stores having that. Now, what's one of the biggest problems or worries that I'm sure you hear some customer complaints regarding lines or things like that at a grocery store like yourself?
Well, regarding your product, I think it would be the waiting time and the fact that we have customers arguing about some type of things, and it all comes down to how efficiently we charge our customers all our products. So I would say the waiting time is our issue number one right now.
Issue number one, and of course you don't want customers waiting maybe 10 minutes in line to pay you money because
imagine
they're
that.
buying products.
I'm making them wait for a quite long time, and they're actually giving the money to me. Yeah, that's something I have to put some mind on it. So
I understand. Well, see, that's one of the great, as you can see here in the brochure, one of the great features of our product, that it actually reduces wait times by up to 40% with the programmed quick and convenient checkout. It's in the software that everything is quick, user-friendly, very convenient, and it reduces wait times by up to 40%. And again, you might have those customers that just want to buy perhaps a carton of eggs or just a milk bottle. They don't want to have to wait maybe 10 minutes in line because someone else is there, when they can just simply just come in and pay what they want.
yeah.
Something like that. Now, as you can see, another one of the great features that we have is that we could serve up to 4, 6, or even up to 10 registers with just one cashier. Now, how is your situation with the cashiers?
Well, right now, imagine we have 5 cashiers plus the person's handling each cashier, and the guy is making all the things into the bags. So it's quite a lot of personnel we have to have, and it's an interesting idea. Just one guy could actually work with 10 different of those cashiers you're selling.
And even with all those cashiers, you're still having all those long customer wait times. They're still waiting with that many cashiers. And I'm sure that your costs, having to pay not only the cashiers, but I'm sure everyone else is pulling their weight around the store, putting stuff that you were saying in bags, they have to also pitch in.
Yeah, that's another totally different
story. That's one of the great things here, that again, up to 10. Most stores you see 4, 6, but even up to 10 of our self-service registers can be operated by just one cashier. So there you can be saving time and money too. You don't have to pay as many cashiers. You can have one doing the work of 10. It's one of the great features of this. Now we see here another great feature of the NCR self-serve checkout system is the automated payment and change calculation. Now tell me, how much money, I'm sure there's probably some human error when it comes to giving out change or counting money with the cashiers. Has any of that, have you seen that occurring lately?
Yeah, of course, there's always human error, and I was just seeing some numbers from the past month, and I think it's 1 or 2% of the total sales, but sometimes the cashiers make errors giving change back, and that varies, sometimes in the advantage of the business, and sometimes in the advantage of the customer. So
exactly, yeah, you definitely don't want that happening. The customer comes in and expects change to be 10.23, and by mistake the cashier might give 30 cents. That's 7 cents that the company's losing. And 7 cents might not seem as much, but when you add 7 cents for every cashier, every store, it can pile up. Well, that's again one of the great things about this machine, because it is a machine and it is a computer. It gives you the exact calculation every time. Change that's provided and received when the customer pays is exactly the same. If a customer is expected to receive 12.32 as change, they're going to receive 12.32, not a penny less, which is for the customer. They have to pay what they have to pay, which is good for you, and not a penny more, which is money that you don't lose in the long run. Okay. And we see here also that customers can check the price before buying because of the user-friendly machine, which again is in English and in Spanish. And I know for Sedano's, the #1 retailer Hispanic goods in America, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
a
that's
bilingual
that
system.
has to be a must, because you know, like here in Florida, it's not having a retail store. Back in New York or Boston, which you could handle just the English. We definitely need the Spanish, and that's the thing
Exactly.
I was worrying, but it's good you brought it up.
Yeah, our user-friendly system has both English and Spanish with steps of the process every way, telling them to when to pay, how to pay, with different modes of money, which items to pass through. And another thing here is that the customers are the ones that are in charge. They are the ones that bag their own items. Now, I know that you guys have bag boys. Are there any problems that have come up? Is there anything with the bag boys and the way that they bag items?
Yeah, coming back to human error, you know, sometimes the bag boys put the bread with the cans, and we have customers like coming back to us and saying that, you know, the bread's always squished and whatever.
Exactly.
Those are like other things that you could help us with.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, the NCR self-service checkout, again, since the customer is the one in control, the customer can bag the items however they please.
Yeah.
Perhaps they're doing groceries for themselves and their neighbors, and if they just go through the regular checkout, then all they have, you know, however the bag boy puts the items in is how they're gonna come out. But here it gives you the option to perhaps bag all your items in one way and bag all your neighbors, and that way when it comes time to get home, you can easily just separate them. And again, it eliminates that problem of having the crackers and breads together with cans, and you know, it can either spoil or crunch up the food, and of course you don't want that happening to your customers.
Of course not.
Now, let's talk about big numbers. Now, we have seen that with some competitors, like, you know, Publix, when they already have this system implemented, the self-service checkouts, and again, their numbers are increasing. Not just because of how much they're selling and how much time they're saving, but just customer morale, customer satisfaction is going up because they don't have to wait extra time in line, and they can do it just personalized to themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to wait that extra 10 minutes to get just that carton of milk. And, you know, that helps you out because in the long run, later on in the future, let's say the customer needs to buy something, they could go to Solanos, which might be closer and might be nearby, but in the end, that they might say, no, I'd rather go to Publix because I can just be in and out in 5 minutes.
Totally true.
Okay, so here you have our brochure. Is there anything else, any other needs or anything that comes to
I don't
mind?
know. I'll keep this. I'm definitely talking with my partners, and I don't know if you can give me a call back with my secretary sometime next week, and
No
we'll
problem.
definitely.
Okay, so gonna go ahead and review this with your. All right, but when would be a good time to call you back?
Maybe
Or when?
Wednesday. Let me guess and see what I have to do next week. Wednesday afternoon would be a perfect time.
Wednesday at 3, let's say?
Yeah.
I'll call you back Wednesday at 3 then.
Okay.
Okay, look forward to talking to you.
Nice meeting you, and thanks for the time.
Enjoy, thank you for the time. I know you're a very busy man. Thank you, have,
Same.
it's been a pleasure.